everyone, this is Gengift here. We're going to speed up the deployment phase a little bit. We're back with Steel Division in a 4v4. Vulcan, Abetz, Yagdsauce, and Gengift on my side. Obviously, I hope I'd be on my side. Island Man, Gonzo, Starchman? I'm just going to call him... Nope, Statch. Okay, Statch. And Yuri. So, I'm on the left, the far left, next to Abetz. Then Yagdsauce is there, and Vulcan is over here. And in front of me is Stash. And then, my god, this color scheme is terrible. I'm never going to shut up about it. Yuri. And that's Gonzo there. And then over here is Island. And this is a really long deployment this time. In fact, I know how long it's going to be because the game had 40 minutes. And it's a 48-minute replay. So we'll speed it up to times 3 while I go over what I was planning on doing. My plan was to get up here, a position up here, and cover these bridges so they couldn't actually cross the river very easily, and cover this river as well. Kind of talking in the middle with the help beacons, and that was my plan, was to go up here and secure these bridges and that bridge. Can't say it really worked. Yep, Gonzo's going there. For a variety of reasons. Notably, these are not fast tanks, but I did manage to take the little farmhouse there, and this is always kind of a pain in the arse to get people out of. So, yep. Any moment. Boom. Slow it down to normal speed. Now, Stash in front of me wants to get across these crossings, because if I can secure the crossings, he has a much harder time getting across the river. But, well, he manages to do that because the crossings are on his side of the map. Makes it a lot easier for him to secure those than it is for, say, me to secure those. And elsewhere, Island Man going up there. Island Man doesn't have a hell of a lot. That infantry, these two, Cromwell, a Stuart, and a 25-pounder. Oh, he's got some stuff coming from this flank, too. And there's Gonzo. Charging ahead as usual. But on the bright side, Jag has a very nice position here. Because this is not a map for Gonzo. It's just, the river crossings are too limited. Yeah, as you can see, Stash has a very easy time just getting up there before I can. So it kind of leaves me in a bind. He's got some infantry going over there. That's actually not his. That's from Yuri. Yuri's heading that way. But I've got this farmhouse. I should have had some of these guys elsewhere. What are they? They're basically just the militia. Yeah, I didn't have them elsewhere because I didn't want to have the... It's only 7 HE at close range. And this immediately gets bailed out. Boom. Immediately bailed out by the Stuart with the 3-star Stuart. So I've got my Panzer 35Rs trying to take care of stuff, and there's my Panzer B2. Immediately that gets bailed out as well. So like my heavy hitters either got destroyed or just immediately bailed out by this stuff. So I was left with a single infantry unit, and all my infantry anti-tank were over here. So I was not in a good spot. And both my anti-tank died. Immediately. Those units are, these little things, well, he didn't die. This one's falling back. Check its stats momentarily. It's not half bad. I only had one Landschutzen over here to cover this side. It's only got MP40 and these Carbine 98Ks, so it doesn't really have remotely near enough combat power to fight all that. But this thing has an AP of 9, which, if they can hit, is easily capable of killing a Stuart. But they couldn't hit. I actually fast moved them back here so he could get repaired and resupplied, but he decides to run up in front of everything, which was not really... That didn't really thrill me, to say the least. So I've got some anti-tank infantry there, and I've got this guy kind of pulling back. Momentarily spotted. So here comes that thing. This guy comes up, chucks a grenade, kills that APC. I've got one of these Panzerfausts moving up. I've got another Panzerfaust over there moving up. And these guys are engaging that Stuart Recce there, as well as these infantry out here. So we've got fire coming down on the motorized rifles there. Bit of a salient going on there from the command leader right there. Yeah, Gonzo wasn't really able to push through like he normally does. He's getting there, though. There's just not really a conductive position to force your way through very easily. But I'm getting pretty much trashed in the beginning. Because there's nothing I can do about that recon. Well, he can shoot at him, which is precisely what this guy is doing. Boom, boom. Look at the arc that shell has to take to get over there. That could almost just drop a shell in on top, because it's an open top vehicle. It's just a Stuart with no turret. That could conceivably be done as just dropping a shell on top. Odds are it's not going to happen, but it could be done. One of my anti-tank guns got... My anti-tank Panzerfaust, Panzerschreck got destroyed over here. I'm trying to get fire from multiple directions on these guys, but I just don't have any heavy firepower. Bring in another Opel Blitz with a... I think this might be a 57mm support gun, considering I'm bringing it, how far I'm bringing it up. Using the Panzerschreck. I love doing this. I love these Panzerschrecks with their 250-meter range. Because I just use them to sneak up and kill that. And I pull it back. Downside is, yeah, they're only 30 points, so... The half track was 20. And this guy's Stuart Recce's trying to move up to scout. Get other stuff, and I'm bringing in a Panzer I. Just trying to get some sort of armor in here. Just using basic Panzer Is as support. Mostly going off to this side to stop the infantry push there. Using my artillery to attack these, and using this to hit that, but he missed. Pulling him back, I pull back, he pulls back. We mutually pull back. Waiting for these guys to reload so I can sneak in again. This guy is engaging more. The top little 47mm can actually kill a few things. Don't know what killed that. It's probably this. Yeah, it would have been this guy. Because 250 is actually pretty significant range, because this circle here, that's 200. And then 250 is way out here. So these things are shockingly handy as anti-tank, especially when they're 3 stars and it has an accuracy of 10. So, yeah. And there's an IG-18, a little accuracy of 3, but he's there covering this area. That guy's falling back. I got my infantry there. And here comes the first Ju-188. Because carpet bombing. Ju-188s don't actually do all that much in outright damage. There's far more damaging bombers. There we go. Yeah, there's so much fire. These guys are not going to win this. And these things don't work at under 100 meters, which is really kind of annoying. So yeah, they're being destroyed there, and they need to pull back. But of course, instead of pulling out this side, because, you know, there's a door here, they pop out over here and run around the building that way. Which is just dumb. This guy has opened up on that Stuart there. Not the most helpful thing at the moment. But if they hit it enough, they can actually do damage to it. Nope, those guys got destroyed by grenades. And so now I'm being forced out of the town. Boom. And armor penetration crew hit by Cromwell. Another one of those chars down. So this guy's now stuck behind enemy lines trying to pull him out. And he's got the town, and since I've got nothing here, out comes the assailant. I also, using the new Fust of Gold Paris, don't have a hell of a lot of firepower. I got these old guns. Which, these artillery are handy. Range of 1,900 meters in the game. It was almost like 8 or 9 kilometers in real life, but the maps aren't that big. 15 HE, not too bad, 105s. They do the job. I still hold this. I'm not going to be losing that. Nice silent going on there. I put these guys here in these buildings to try to slow them down. And hopefully not let them get ahead. The guns are no longer towed behind. That's no longer rendered. I guess they did that for performance reasons or something. But that gives a Stash very good control of this town. An assailant over here, which is being pushed back by a unit that's falling back, of all things. A unit that falls back right into the line of fire of the Cromwell and comes under fire. That is actually having a weird effect and influencing on that. Don't know why. I used to be able to zoom in and identify what I was bringing in by doing that. And whoa, okay. This thing is leaving a trail behind it. Okay, so that's a Pack 4075. There we go. And it fires, and it kills that little tank. It's in a position to provide continuing fire support. Oh, it's not even my unit. This is Mabet's. Yeah, I didn't think I had one of these things in here, but here comes that. I got a Panhard MG coming in, which didn't last very long. Engine destroyed. That thing was spotted and now taken out by a Spitfire, pinned down by a Spitfire. So yeah, situation isn't brilliant. This guy running in that direction was kind of convenient because it pushed this line back. And here comes Mabet's with his carpet bombers. Boom. Got an infantry unit, but these things don't really do damage. It pins everything. Does a very good job pinning everything. You're stuck on the wrong side of those trees. And I've got my pack. Half-track mounted pack gun. Oh my god, the graphics are fucked up. Do you see the shadow, like, multiplying? Woo! Ha ha ha! That is something special. There's ghosts for my units. You're too far. You got spotted, so you couldn't quite sneak that in. There's my bomber. Takes out some of those things, but he gets shot down, which is unfortunate. Crashes over there. Is he visible? Nope. That just disappears too. I might need to change some settings on my graphics. Boom, there goes the Cromwell. The Bet's gun took care of that problem. But yeah. 105, 105 points, 80 points. Okay. This is the same gun. Pack 40. Pack 40. That's 105 points. This is 80. Granted, this one has a HE and this one does not. But that's just kind of funny because this has armor and mobility. It's about to die regardless. It has armor and mobility and costs 25 points less than the Pack 40. Of course, falling back, spalling, driver wounded. Trying to... That guy died before he could actually kill it. I got this pulling back now. I'm dropping artillery over here on that guy, that position, and that position. And this half-track went over there, putting a very big blue assailant over here. On the bright side, Vulcan's doing very well. So, Vulcan's making up the territory over here that on the right that I'm losing on the left. And they tried to take the factory from me over here, but it's not going well. These things are handy because they come in, they're flamethrowers, desert rats, and they come in on Wasp Mark IIs. So I get to burn my guys out of the buildings. And this guy's falling back and gets into view of that. This guy sees that infantry. Still trying to push him back out. And now that thing is shooting at my Panzer 39H, which is, of course, retreating instead of, you know, shooting it. So, I brought this in to counter that, which it should have been able to do, but it just spends its entire time getting itself set on fire and doesn't do it. But they do an assault, kind of fail at it. You're supposed to kill that, not die to it. So now I got this thing running around. Got a SPW or the French Panhard, which has a little 25 mil for 5 AP. The nice thing is, this guy kind of wanders in too close to my infantry. They go put, and it will die. There we go. That was a bad idea. So now bring my infantry back in, reoccupy the farmhouse proper. Let's see. I got this truck moving around this way to make some of the blue back. Get us some of that territory back. I'm just trying to deploy things. Betts is also trying to reinforce himself in this town, because he's running into problems here. All of his stuff are pinned down by mortars, the 60mm mortars. He's counter-battering with a Hummel. But fighting for that town there continues. And 356 mil. Oh boy. So another wave of my infantry, because my infantry is cheap. I've got, well, the Betts has a Panzer IV-H here. My pack gun is moving up now. Taking a shot at that, missing. The pack gun misses. Accuracy 6, accuracy 6. My artillery is firing into here. And my Stug has shown up. Boom! Hitting a Cromwell. Crew killed. My artillery continue to take care of that infantry. And my Stug cleans up. Ha ha. The Betts marks for a general attack. Almost got that thing. Come on. Not going to quite be able to get it. Is it mine? No, those are Babette's. He marks this for an attack for me to start moving in. So I've got my infantry moving in, trying to force this thing back. We do manage to do that. Babette's got his own Panhard over there now, which is a good thing to use to counter these. But now because I can move through the trees, he was trying to back through the trees, didn't quite make it before he died though. So here comes my infantry, taking advantage of the fact that these guys were all pinned down from the bomb run, to force them to surrender by moving into the zone really quickly. Now this guy here, these guys pose a problem still, these Cromwells. Because I can't actually kill them. Not at the moment. Get my guys in here. This thing continues to be a problem, and here comes one of my bombers. What I'm trying to do is get these to get pinned down, which I managed to do right there, because then I can rush someone in on a fast move to make him surrender, but I didn't have anyone in actual position to do so. And I've got the Stug here, and they will back up into the line of sight of my Stug and start popping them. Which gives me back the town. Falling back, bailed out. My Stug is just sucking at the moment. Hits the Achilles, driver wounded. Tracks destroyed. Now they're all retreating, which is good. The Panzer IV-H has come in to support. Fires, doesn't take anything out either. And now that is smoked. Nope, it was a direct hit by the artillery, so it's stunned and falling back. Which, of course, even though the tracks are broken, means it turns sideways. And now the gun... I just love the angle of that gun. I'm reasonably sure it's not supposed to go that way. No, that doesn't look right. When the game thinks that there's a turret. But hey, oh well. Got a Panzer IV. That'll provide us cover. Got my infantry up there. Boom. Here come the Cromwells again. This thing is being a pain. There's a recon there. I'm pretty sure this infantry comes up and kills my Stug. Nope, he gets intercepted by my infantry. Ooh, look, another Panzerjäger. I repaired him. I got some 45mm guns coming. Comes right in front of the H-39. Hi. Boom. Damage the tracks. The second shot bails it out before it dies. It bails out a Cromwell. That thing was going to die. It wasn't going to be able to beat a Cromwell. Causing damage. These things here. Forcing them back using H-39s against Cromwells. This IG-18 is shown up here. I'll take some of that out. These guys are taking out the stuff there. I don't know if the Panzer IV got the kill or the Panzerjäger 35R. But it's forced all their Cromwells back out. And then they drop their artillery down. My Panzerjäger runs away. But he's still alive. These guys are there. Pinned. That's trying to take care of that. These guys are moving up through the tree line. And cleaning out these guys, as my guy has now recovered enough that he'll start shooting, and I bring up my supply truck to repair the wheels. I've also got my Jagdpanzer here as well. Panzer 1B moving up. Tried to use this to take that out, but didn't really succeed. Now, I don't see all that much. I know this is here, and I know that has arrived, which means they've got off-map artillery, but I don't know where it's going. I always prefer this for replays, because then you can see what's coming down. Not that it really matters in the game. At that range, with a 9, I don't know, because I can't see the armor. Direct hit kills my 35R anti-tank unit. And this guy's still stationary. He does kill that, but he's stationary. So now I see nothing. I know there's stuff here. I don't know what it is. It's not ultimately all that much. But I know there's stuff very close to the front because of the way this is. The way the border's pushed up. So I send these guys up. I'm hoping to catch the anti-aircraft gun that's here. And they do. That's what I like to use infantry for, because the range is 150, which covers most of that field. Because the inner circle is 100. Nope, the inner circle is 200. So it almost reaches the 200-meter circle, which is a very good chunk of that field. It almost reaches all the way across the field if it was the other one. The Panzerjäger, Panzerfaust infantry will cover this entire field here, and they're more accurate than an anti-tank gun. Like, where's an anti-tank gun sitting around somewhere? Because this thing has an accuracy of 6, and this has an accuracy of 6. Meanwhile, that Panzerfaust, which I don't have one on the map, has an accuracy of 10. In fact, here's one. Panzerschreck. Accuracy of 10. Brilliant for fighting in these... fighting armor in these enclosed areas like that. Don't know why you brought that up so far forward, but my IG-18 took it out. I can't see it, but this one can. Panzer 1B. Bringing these in to provide additional support. Kind of an act of desperation. But they're useful in a way. This guy's got his... Mabet's got his Panhard in the back. Making his way to the rear. His little 5 AP cannon and little machine gun. Catches the enemy artillery in the back, but doesn't kill it. Wounds the shooter, and then kills it with the second shot, and finishes the dingo off, maybe? Takes out the dingo. Good job. And that leaves him with no 25-pounder. But this does manage to... It could have turned around to kill that, but didn't. Now these guys have exposed themselves in the open. And this is this is how you carpet bomb. Spread it out, make sure it falls over a wide area, and I may or may not have something to the effect of I put the bomb in your carpet. When I launch this wave, we come across and we just watch it all fall on. Does a huge swath of destruction down the road, stuns all this, makes it all run away. Stuns that. This gets killed, unfortunately. Not really sure about... Oh, it drove into the fire. I put the bomb in your carpet. It is fun with the Ju-188. It's not like outrageously powerful where it's going to be killing stuff, but it does stun things, and a lot of the time that's pretty much all you need. It's like, well, that tank can't do anything now. It's falling back stunned. Of course, I'm very low on infantry at the moment. I'm bringing that in. Got those to surrender. This finally dies to that, and that takes out my Panzer I, which is not a really hard thing for a 6-pounder to do. I've got my artillery firing. I probably still... yeah, I still think there's, like, artillery back there. But there isn't. There's still stuff over here, and I know that there's stuff over there. So I'm dropping artillery on it, bringing up an IG-18 as well. So if they advance down the tree line, they get shot at. There's a few units there. There's that rifles, and then there's the other rifles there. This now has a line of sight onto that, which is handy. Boom. Low accuracy, but it's got a good enough high explosive round, it doesn't really exceedingly matter. As long as it hits, or gets nearby. Transmission on the Panzer IV is damaged. And Mabetz, because he was helping me so much, kind of lost the town. He spent so much time supporting me. But Vulcan is now... he's taken the reinforcement point that's over there. So they can't reinforce from there, they've got to deploy here at the closest. Got my artillery firing in that Crusader. AA. Here comes a Panzer IV to shoot at that, but that kills it. Got killed by a Firefly. Which also bails out my Jagdpanzer IV. Which was a bit annoying. And Jagdpanzer IV goes down to the 6-pounder. 3-star Jagdpanzer IV. Come on, Zoom. He was in a decent position, too, to get coverage, but just didn't work out. So I know they've got the anti-tank gun still, and they've got an Achilles now. But I'm over here making sure that this flank gets recovered a bit. There we go. Drop off my recon. See the rifles. Start shooting it. These things come out. Get a direct hit from an IG-18. I pull the IG-18 back. The IG-18 can actually act as a light anti-tank gun against half-tracks. It takes a few hits, but you will kill a half-track with it. It's just a matter of time. It's not a matter of if, it's just when. There's a Spitfire. Trying to bomb my artillery in the back. Here comes a Hellcat 1. Trying to take out the Puma. But Betz is carpet bombing the village. This is trying to go after some of my infantry. It's also trying to take down the bombers. It gets one. That's the wrong way to go, dude. Boom. Half-track shows up and the half-track dies. There's the Achilles, Cromwell, and Cromwell Scout. I don't know they're moving over there, because I don't see them. Ah, my D520 got something. That's always a good thing. Nice day when that happens. These things are pretty... they're halfway decent. Badly damaged, but halfway decent. But we're advancing way over here, and that's all giving us a +2. I like the Salient, this Engineers is giving that gap. to that gap. Look at that Salient. Look how much terrain that's probably giving them. It's nuts. These rifles get caught in the open. That guy finally goes down. These guys come out in the open. Not a good spot for you to be in. IG-18 takes you out. Now all these guys are shooting my infantry there. And he's going to take care of that. And that'll secure my flank. Oh, yes. Hi. I don't like your tanks. So we carpet bomb it. Oh, did someone see a little bit of... Did the forecast fall for a spot of rain? Doesn't kill anything, but does pretty severely damage it all. They lost a few hit points in that because of that, and these guys here, border's been pushed back now. What else do I got coming? I've got my own Panther D coming. I've got a couple Flak 41s in the back now because I got tired of their planes coming in to bomb me all the time. So, bomb this. I want a Flak 36 just to test to see how useful this is. It's cheaper than the 88mm. Doesn't quite have... It does have the same rate of fire, but it doesn't have any AP. It's all HE. But oh well. This thing's still alive. It's been alive for a while. Here comes that stuff moving this way. More Crusader AAs. It's just, there's a freaking load of wreckage. All these blown up tanks there, some blown up stuff there, blown up stuff there, blown up stuff there, there, a few blown up tanks on my side. It has been a mess for armored units. An absolute mess for armored units. But over here, Vulcan continues to push. He's very close to that second spawn. A little bit of horn-like Salient being pushed out there. And then these guys expose themselves to my 88s and Panther. The Panther doesn't actually have enough power to kill the Achilles. The Achilles is now immobile. The Firefly. It's now falling back in immobile. And ultimately the S-307F pack takes out the tank. So now there's a bunch of wreckage there. Boom, boom, boom. So, we got ourselves in a nice position here. Much of the enemy armor is destroyed, much like my armor. And I have more coming. I've got a Command Panther now, out of ammunition. I think there's a guy there because of the way the border is being pushed back, but they're actually over here. So I'm kind of missing them by a little bit. I have no line of sight down the road. I have no line of sight into this field. So I'm bringing the last of my infantry now, which isn't a heck of a lot. I have a bit of line of sight from something. My 88s there are not in a useful position. Boom. 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 Doesn't hit. Boom. Nope, still going. Didn't really kill anything with those guns. It does push them back, though. Here comes a load of infantry. And me trying to bring this guy in. Which does get in. These guys are dropping mortars. I see that. I use this guy. Drop that there. I don't think this actually... No, it does get out. Thanks to the cover from my anti-aircraft guns. Prevents that from killing it, so this guy is on his way out. It's a very delicate aircraft. It's very hard to use that thing. Very hard. We'll see what's in there. Not all that much at the moment. They're bringing up an anti-tank gun and a Lloyd carrier. I've got loads of infantry coming in. Oh, here comes something else. Now he's falling back. They've got their own off-map from the Cromwell. Boom! Yep. That will never not be fun. That's dead. My two little patrol cars are dead. Not a shocking surprise, but that thing just took out all the half tracks and that little dingo thing, and severely damaged the Cromwell. Followed up by a bomb run. Oh, killed my own recon, but that thing now dies to the Panther D. And I send in the last of my infantry, because I've got nothing else. But my god, the crater that thing leaves. Look at it. Wait a minute. We can measure that sucker. It's like 250 to 250 meters across about. That is incredible. It's like 100 and... Oof. I come out here with these things, use these to try to take those guys out. Doesn't really work, so I pull that guy back. He's gonna die. They've got that big circle marked there to drop artillery on, but there's only 17 seconds left. I tried to drop another shell, but there's not enough time anyway, so let's take the opportunity to start dropping regular artillery. And the IG-18 doesn't quite do anything. Then the map's over, and it's on neutral, so brilliant. It shows the other guy's kills all the way on the other area. So, oops, forgot about that. I could do some creative editing, but it's not really all that important. So yeah, that was my view of that. It was fun. I got a positive kill to death ratio. Jagdsaus got a positive kill to death ratio. Mabets did not manage one. And Vulcan absolutely destroyed his opponent. Yuri got a positive kill to death ratio. Stashman in front of me did not, even though somehow he lost more casualties than I killed. So he must have been fighting elsewhere as well. Gonzo did not. Gonzo usually doesn't. And Island Man certainly did not. But yeah, so that was fun. That was a fun little game. My initial plan to try to get up front and take the bridge didn't really work. But it was on their side of the map anyway. So, big surprise. See ya. Thank you all for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Also, don't forget to hit that stupid little bell thing that YouTube has added, because otherwise you won't get notifications of any new videos if you subscribe. Also, follow me on Twitter, @GenJeft, as I always have my video updates on there, so you will never miss a video if you're on my Twitter feed, because they'll all be posted. And any other dumbass comment I make as well. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.